Before Donald Trump became famous, he was a stubborn and unruly child. Before Donald Trump became famous, his parents put him in a military academy as they could not handle raising him themselves. Before Donald Trump became famous, he collected bottles with his brother at his first job. You're on the Starbloid channel, and today you're going to find out what Donald Trump was like before he became a world-famous icon of American politics and business. Friends, before we begin, subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Let's go! Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in a wealthy, large family of European immigrants. His mother, Mary Ann MacLeod, had Scottish roots. In 1930, Mary moved to the United States, choosing New York. For the first time after coming to America, she lived with her sister and found a job as a maid. With Trump's father, Frederick Christ, they met at one of the public events and got married in January 1936. Over the following years, they had 4 children, the third of whom was Donald Trump. Frederick Christ Trump was a real estate entrepreneur and active philanthropist. His main activity was work in New York. Frederick began his entrepreneurial career at the age of 15, and before that time, he had experience in the fields of carpentry and drafting. Despite the wealthy position of the family, the parents did not spoil Donald and the rest of the children. His father wanted the children to learn from an early age what work is. He forced them to collect soda bottles and take them to reception points. Of course, it was impossible to make a lot of money from this, but Donald Trump himself admits that this work taught him the right attitude to money. The boy himself was hyperactive, which caused concern to his parents. Then Mary and Frederick Sr. decided to direct his energy in the right direction, giving Trump Jr. at the age of 13 to the New York Military Academy. Strangely enough, the measure was effective. Trump attended a military academy in upstate New York, performing outstandingly. He was honored with awards from the academy and actively participated in soccer teams as a captain. In addition to athletic achievements, even then Trump demonstrated a high level of knowledge in geometry, attracting the attention of girls and earning the nickname Ladies' Man. Despite this social ability, the guy did not have close friends at the academy. The closest to the cadet was his baseball coach. In the summer, Trump spent time with his father, visiting construction sites and immersing himself in the world of business aspects of his father's business. In his author's book, The Art of Making Deals, Donald Trump talks about his student career. After graduating from the New York Military Academy in 1964, I thought about going to film school, but eventually came to the conclusion that real estate is more promising. Going to college just didn't match my goals and ambitions. I applied to the Wharton School of Business. Then, after completing my studies, I returned home and started working at my father's company. After receiving his bachelor's degree, Trump immediately began working for his father's company. The first project he was assigned to brought the company a profit of $12 million. In 1971, Donald Trump moved to Manhattan and settled in a small apartment on the 17th floor of a 21-story building. From 1970 to 1990, Donald Trump was heavily involved in the development and construction of hotels, apartment complexes, and casinos. His own corporate empire gradually expanded, bringing wealth in the amount of millions of dollars. However, it should be noted that not all investments ended successfully. Sometimes it was necessary to take risks and invest in large-scale projects to avoid financial difficulties. Donald Trump stays true to his hairstyle, which he hasn't parted with since graduating from high school. It's his recognizable style. Despite different fashion trends and changes, his hairstyle always remains the same. Unusual coloring and condition may seem strange, but for many Americans, it has become a symbol. Between 1986 and 1990, Donald Trump earned a total of $375 billion, mostly through real estate deals. His recorded cash flow averaged $1.5 million per week, which is equivalent to $230,000 per day, almost $10,000 per hour, $160 per minute, or $2.66 per second. Trump has faced bankruptcy 6 times, but despite this, didn't give up. In 1992, in another bankruptcy, Donald even had to sell his own skyscraper named in his honor. Today, he is recognized as one of the wealthiest entrepreneurs in the United States. The initial and main sphere of Trump's activity was trade and real estate management. He has proven himself to be an outstanding salesman, which has helped a lot in political debates and public speeches. He is able to manage the development of a conversation convincingly and influence the thoughts of his interlocutors. Donald Trump's personal life was buzzing with activity with as many as 3 marriages. He was first married in 1976 to Ivana Zelchikova. From his union, Trump had 3 children. However, the marriage ended in divorce in 1992. Just a year after the divorce, in 1993, Trump married again, this time to Marlo Maples. The marriage lasted only 6 years, culminating in the birth of another daughter to Donald Trump. In 2005, Trump's chosen wife was a former Slovenian model, Melania Knaus, younger than his spouse by 24 years. Today they are raising a son named Barron. Much of Trump's success is due to the fact that he has long been a part of American culture. His popularity is not only due to his commercial empire, but also to the fact that he has long been one of the most famous and beloved television hosts on American television. He hosted many popular programs and became almost like a relative to many Americans. Despite choosing a career as a businessman in his youth, Trump still found himself in the arts. He was twice nominated for Emmy Awards for his comedic roles in TV series and feature films such as Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, The Nanny, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Days of Our Lives. In 2007, Donald received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. For years, Donald Trump has limited his sleep to just 4 hours a night, and that's more than enough for him. Some critics have cautiously hinted at possible links between his chronic sleep deprivation, which has lasted half a century, and certain features of his behavior and character. It is thought that this sleep pattern may explain his extravagance and unique style. However, despite such sleep deprivation, Donald Trump remains robust and healthy in his 77 years. He rarely gets sick. His physical indicators are impressive. He weighs 100 kilograms at a height of 192 centimeters and radiates energy. Today, Donald Trump is one of the most prominent figures in modern politics and business. He became a multifaceted symbol of American history, a man who first built a successful business empire and then entered the political world, becoming the 45th President of the United States of America. His personality causes a lot of emotions and controversies, but we can definitely say that he left his mark on history. Trump is famous for his determination, ambition, and unique style of communication. His approach to business and politics has not always been standard, but this is what makes him so recognizable and attractive to many. Of course, the future will still bring many events and twists in the life of Donald Trump, but his name will remain in history as a symbol of modern America. Friends, what do you think about Donald Trump? And what other interesting facts do you know about him? Share your opinion in the comments. If you like this video, then like it and share this video with your friends.